Hey friends, welcome back. It's another afternoon of bird feeder watching, or at least for a little bit. Uh, we've got Chalk the squirrel at the feeder right now, and we'll hang out here for 10 or 15 or 20 minutes and see what happens. We've not had much bird activity here at the feeder. It's been mostly squirrels lately, but this is one of my front yard buddies. I call him Chalk because you can tell he's a big old boy. My name's Rick. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana, and thanks for joining us for just a little bit of nature today. It's very cold here in Indianapolis right now. It's 25 degrees. We've got winds gusting to 30 miles an hour, as you can tell by his tail. So pretty miserable. Good thing I've got the feeders filled up so the wildlife can take advantage of it and try to get some nutrition here. We had a snowstorm last night, and then we had some freezing rain, and I think the feeders are going to be pretty busy coming up for the next few days because we've got a pretty active weather system coming our way. Thanks to those that are watching, and if you don't know me, I'm Rick. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana. In my channel, the videos are mostly about music trivia, music history, and food reviews, but I have been really loving doing these nature lives. It seems like people like them, seems like people enjoy them. It's a great way to kind of de-stress from the day, take a deep breath, and watch the wildlife playing around. So thank you for being here. If you haven't checked out my channel, I would love it if you would do that. Our yard is actually a certified wildlife habitat. We did that a few years ago. It's a project my wife and I worked on together, and it's such a great thing to do. It's been really good for my mental health. It's been good for us to work on together. And our yard, even though we're in a very urban area, draws all kinds of wildlife. Squirrels to rabbits, foxes, birds of all kinds. We've seen red-tailed hawks, red-shouldered hawks, other kinds of hawks. Of course, your typical feeder birds, blue jays, bluebirds, sparrows, juncos, nuthatches, lots of woodpeckers. I have lots of soot out right now, but the woodpeckers haven't showed up. I think everybody is pretty much hunkered down because if you've been following the weather here in the Midwest, it's been pretty active for the last couple of days. So this is the first feeder activity we've had since yesterday. It's about 1:45 local time here, so we're right in the heat of the day. 25 degrees, winds gusting to 30 miles an hour. In this feeder, we have black oil sunflower seed, and you see it's so windy, he's struggling to hang on there. I'm hoping at some time to get some decent bird shots here. The feeders are up pretty close to the house, so I'll be able to get some pretty good video, but that's not happened yet. You may notice that we've got a pumpkin down on the ground. That's a jack-o'-lantern that we carved, and once it had outlived its usefulness, I moved it out to the feeder, and the squirrels have been really enjoying it. They've been eating on that for several days now. Well, he certainly heard or saw something. I'm a relative newcomer to YouTube Live. I got fascinated with it just a few weeks ago and started doing some lives, mostly things like this. When the winter storm was moving in, I did some weather-related lives. And we'll do that as more weather moves through. I do 2 scheduled lives a week. I do Clouds and Coffee weather chat every Monday morning at 9 a.m. And then I do a bird feeder watch every Wednesday at 2 p.m. And then I just pop in if there's something interesting going on in the weather, if there's something interesting going on at the bird feeder. And I think this is going to help me get through these long, dark winter months. Yesterday evening, we got a decent snow here, and everything was just pristine and white and beautiful. Then overnight, it got above freezing. We ended up with freezing rain and rain. It washed a bunch of it away, and you can tell it's just looking nasty outside. And those are the times that I struggle with winter. I love the snow. I love looking out and seeing just the white, bright snow. But when it's brown and dirty and there's grass, dead grass sticking up, that's just kind of depressing for me. I'd love to know where you are watching from. Maybe what kind of wildlife you see in your yard, if you see any. The good thing about feeding birds and wildlife is no matter what size yard you have, we have a small yard, you can attract it even on a small apartment patio. You can put some native flowers out, you can put some feed out, you can put some water out, and even attract wildlife there. We occasionally have a squirrel turf war break out here when two of them want to get to the same feeder at the same time. Good afternoon to those that are just joining us. My name is Rick. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I go live several times a week, and I have come to really enjoy just streaming some content from the bird feeder and seeing what's out there. Today we've got Chalk the squirrel. Yes, I do name the squirrels in our yard, at least the big ones, hanging out there and getting his lunch. It's pretty chilly here in Indianapolis. It's 25 degrees. And pretty windy. We got winds up to 30 miles an hour. That's going to calm down later on. But he's out here getting some food while the getting's good. Our yard is a certified wildlife habitat. That's a project my wife and I did several years ago. It's been a really, really rewarding project. You can go to the National Wildlife Federation's website and check out how to do that with your own yard. And I'll be honest, it wasn't that difficult. It took a little bit of work, but it really wasn't that difficult. Very, very rewarding. Especially as we see urban areas expanding, to provide these little micro habitats for wildlife. And depending where in the country you might be, you never know what you might draw to your yard. We have squirrels, of course, rabbits, possums, occasional raccoons. There have been some deer in the neighborhood, but none come through. We have not seen any come through our yard uh, that I'm aware of. They may come through in the middle of the night. Uh, Chipmunks, of course, groundhogs, um, birds of all kinds, from hawks to songbirds, nuisance birds. We have a lot of crows here for some reason. Good afternoon to those who are just joining us. My name is Rick. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana. I go live a few times a week and try to catch some activity at our bird feeder, at the yard feeder. It's a squirrel today. That's what it's been mostly. We've not had a ton of birds this winter. I know we will have at some point. At some point, the soot feeders. I'm going to move the camera around like this one over here is going to be. It's going to be full of woodpeckers. But we haven't seen that so much yet. It's been just a lot of squirrels this winter for some reason. Have lots of woodpeckers here. We have pileated woodpeckers, red-headed woodpeckers, red-bellied woodpeckers, downy woodpeckers, hairy woodpeckers. I'm trying to think if there are any others that come into the area. My favorite is the pileated woodpecker. We don't see those a ton, but we do see them occasionally. They're pretty secretive. Honey,
Yeah.
remind me to tell you something when I'm done here.
Yep.
My wife, I'll tell you what, I'd be lost without her. She's my reminder service. She keeps my head screwed on straight.
Have you talked about your bird log?
Oh, that's a great, yeah. So last year I got really interested in watching birds. For those watching, I'm pretty open about this. I struggle a lot with my mental health in the wintertime. It's a real struggle for me. And so I've been trying to be really proactive about taking care of myself over the winter. And last year I started keeping a birding log. I keep it on my computer. I have an app that does that for me. And every time I see a bird, every time I see a new species of bird, I log it. And so far this year, well, I can't look at it on my phone. Oh, I can look at it on the computer. So far this year, I've logged 75 distinct species of birds. That's pretty amazing to me. And I have a neighbor who's a dear friend, and he kind of got into it too. I must be a bad influence because I kind of got him into it. And now we text each other just about every day and report on what's at our respective feeders. It's been a really good thing for me. It has forced me to slow down a little bit. It's forced me to pay attention to the little things. Keeps my mind occupied. Come on, buddy. I've got a dog wanting to jump up in my lap. Oh, come on up here, buddy. There's a couple of apps I would recommend. One is called Merlin, 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 and that is a great app that will allow you to run it, and it will listen for bird calls, and it will tell you what it hears. It's not absolutely 100% accurate, but it's like 98.9% accurate. It is an amazing app. And then the app that I use to log is called eBird. It is a great app that keeps a log. It'll keep it by location. It'll keep it by country, state, county, so you can see what you have seen in different places. So it's really, I recommend both of those apps, Merlin and eBird. And that just gave me an idea. Maybe I should do a intro to birding class here on YouTube. That actually might be a really good thing. And something scared him off. I don't know what it was, but he just went off like a shot. Yep, he's gone. You can see how massive that tree is. So I guess that's going to wrap up our squirrel watch this afternoon. I really appreciate each and every one of you that has popped in. If you think you might have an interest in a intro to birding thing here on YouTube or on another social media platform, I would absolutely be happy to do that. This gives me a great idea to work on something over the winter. You guys are awesome. I appreciate everybody being here today. This has been a really good time. Maybe back today. Certainly we'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm getting distracted by the dog. Hey, I'm going to flip the camera around so you guys can meet Gabriel, the rescue dog, before we go. This is Gabriel, the rescue dog. He's been with us since March of this year. He is some kind of a terrier mix, and he is just the best. He's the best. And look at those ears. Oh my goodness, look at those ears. Okay, buddy, hop down. I got to disconnect, and that takes a different hand. You guys have a great day. Thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you soon.